$5. That's all it takes. $5 for a coffee, $7 for lunch delivery, $3 for a snack. Individually, these purchases feel insignificant. But here's what nobody tells you. These tiny decisions are quietly stealing your financial future. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you're broke, even though you never make big purchases. Welcome to the world of small purchases and big losses. Hi, I'm back with another finance deep dive. Today we're talking about the spending habits that feel harmless but are actually devastating to your wealth. We're not talking about buying a car you can't afford or racking up credit card debt on luxury items. We're talking about the everyday, mundane purchases that seem too small to matter. Spoiler alert, they matter more than almost anything else. Let's start with the most famous example, the latte factor. The term was coined by financial author David Bach, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. Imagine you buy a $5 latte every morning before work. Just one coffee. $5 doesn't feel like much, right? You work hard, you deserve a good coffee. Nobody's going to change their life by skipping one coffee. But let's do the math. $5 per day, 5 days a week. That's $25 a week. Multiply by 52 weeks. That's $1,300 per year. On coffee, just coffee. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. If instead of spending that money, you invested it in a basic index fund with an average 7% annual return after 30 years, you'd have over $125,000. One coffee per day costs you a six-figure retirement account, and coffee is just the beginning. Let's talk about food delivery apps. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. These apps are masterpieces of behavioral economics designed to make spending feel effortless. You're hungry, you're tired after work, you don't want to cook. You open the app, scroll through options, and order a $15 burrito. But wait, the burrito is actually $12. Then there's a $3 delivery fee and a $2 service fee. And you should tip the driver, so add $5. Suddenly, your $12 burrito costs $22. Do this 3 times a week, which is pretty conservative for many Americans, and you're spending $66 a week, or $3,400 a year. That same burrito from the grocery store costs about $4 in ingredients and takes 15 minutes to make. The convenience premium is $18 per meal. That's not a premium, that's a ransom. Subscription services are another silent wealth killer, and they're particularly insidious because they're designed to be forgotten. Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Disney+, HBO Max, Apple TV, YouTube, premium, gaming subscriptions, meditation apps, fitness apps, cloud storage, password managers. Each one is just $10 to $15 a month. No big deal, right? Wrong. The average American now has 4 to 6 active subscriptions they use regularly, plus another 2 to 3 they've completely forgotten about. Let's say you have 8 subscriptions averaging $12 each. That's $96 per month, or $1,152 per year. How many of those do you actually use? Be honest. When's the last time you watched HBO Max? Are you really using that gym app you signed up for in January? The genius of the subscription model is the friction it removes from cancellation. Signing up takes 30 seconds. Canceling requires logging in, finding the right menu, clicking through retention offers, confirming multiple times. Companies count on your laziness. They make billions from subscriptions people forget they have. Here's another one that hits close to home. Impulse purchases at checkout. You're at the grocery store. You've got your essentials. You're doing well. Then, you're in line at the register, and there they are. Candy bars, magazines, energy drinks, phone chargers, little gadgets you definitely don't need. You've been good. You deserve a treat. You throw in a candy bar and a magazine, $7. This is called the impulse zone, and retailers spend millions researching how to optimize it. They know your willpower is depleted after making dozens of decisions throughout the store. They know you're more likely to make emotional purchases when you're standing still with nothing to do. Grocery stores make 20 to 30% of their profit from impulse purchases in the checkout lane. That's not an accident, that's psychological warfare against your wallet. $7 twice a week at the grocery store is $728 a year. What could you do with an extra $700? That's a vacation. That's an emergency fund. That's investing in your future. Instead, it's going to candy bars you'll forget you ate and magazines you'll never read. Let's talk about something that's exploded in the past decade. Microtransactions, mobile games, video games, in-app purchases. They're designed with one purpose: to make spending money feel like not spending money. You're playing a game, you're having fun, you hit a difficult level. For just 99 cents, you can buy extra lives and keep playing. It's less than $1. Who cares? But you do it again tomorrow, and the next day. Then you want that special character skin for $4.99. Then a battle pass for $9.99. Before you know it, you've spent $50 on a game that was free to download. The gaming industry makes more money from microtransactions than from selling actual games. In 2023, mobile game players spent over $100 billion on in-app purchases globally. These are digital items that have zero material value. They're ones and zeros on a server. The average mobile gamer spends about $20 to $30 per month on in-app purchases. That's $360 a year. For virtual items and games, you'll probably stop playing within a few months. Think about that. Here's one that affects almost everyone: the convenience store run. You stop for gas, you go inside to pay, and you grab a drink and a snack. $6. It happens a couple times a week. You're already there. Why not? Because that drink costs $2.50 at the convenience store versus $1 at the grocery store. That snack is $3 versus $1.50 at the grocery store. You're paying 100% markup for convenience. 2 convenience store trips per week at $6 each is $624 per year. All because you couldn't wait 20 minutes until you got home. The convenience store industry is built on this behavior. They're not selling products, they're selling impulse and immediacy. Now let's talk about lifestyle inflation and small upgrades. You get a raise at work. Congratulations! You're making an extra $300 a month. What do? You upgrade. Not to anything crazy, just small improvements. You get the premium cable package instead of basic. You start buying the name brand groceries instead of generic. You get your hair done at a nicer salon. You go out to eat one extra time per week. Each upgrade feels minor. The premium cable is just $15 more per month. Name brand groceries are maybe $30 more per week. A nicer salon is $20 more per haircut. One extra restaurant meal is $40 per week. Add it all up, and you've increased your monthly spending by $300. Your entire raise gone. You're making more money, but saving the exact same amount zero. This is the hedonic treadmill in action. As your income increases, your expenses increase proportionally. So you never actually get ahead. The secret to building wealth isn't making more money. It's keeping your expenses stable while your income grows. Let me give you one more that's become massive in recent years: fast fashion and constant shopping. Sites like Shein, Temu, Amazon Prime make buying new clothes absurdly easy. You see something cute for $15, you buy it. A few days later, another shirt for $12, some accessories for $8. Each purchase is small and affordable, but the average American now buys about 65 new clothing items per year. If those average $20 each, that's $1,300 annually on clothes, most of which you'll wear a few times and forget about. The fashion industry has trained us to see clothes as disposable and to constantly want new things. Fast fashion companies make their money from volume. They need you to buy constantly, not occasionally. Here's the brutal truth. All of these small purchases add up to something enormous. Let's create a realistic scenario. Coffee 5 days a week, $1,300 per year. Food delivery twice a week, $3,000 per year. Subscriptions you barely use, $1,000 per year. Impulse purchases at stores, $700 per year. Convenience store runs, $600 per year. Mobile game purchases, $300 per year. Fast fashion purchases, $1,000 per year. That's $7,900 per year on small, forgettable purchases. Do you know what $7,900 per year invested over 30 years becomes? At a 7% return, it becomes $760,000. $750,000. That's the real cost of small purchases. That's your retirement, your children's education, your financial freedom spent on coffee and mobile game skins and food delivery. I'm not saying never enjoy life. I'm not saying deprive yourself of everything, but I am saying this: awareness is everything. Most people have no idea where their money goes. They make $50,000 a year, they don't buy anything crazy, and somehow they're always broke. Those small purchases aren't small at all. They're the difference between financial stress and financial freedom. If this video changed how you think about money, smash that like button and subscribe. Next time, we're diving into another money truth that nobody wants to hear. See you then.